Legalpreneur Attorney YouTube channel. I'm Andrea Sager, CEO and founder of Legalpreneur, where we help attorneys grow the law firm of their dreams. Now, I am very excited to get into today's content, but before that, I have to let you know of a special announcement. So, my goal with this channel is to help attorneys. I grew my law firm very quickly. I hit $1 million within 2 years doing purely transactional work. And I constantly hear of attorneys struggling, specifically solo attorneys. So that was my goal with this YouTube channel. And what has come from that is our 6-month mentorship, which enrollment is now closed. That 6-month mentorship, basically, my team becomes your team. That is closed. However, we had a lot of people that were still interested, but without as much hands-on help. So what we have finally decided to do is have a less hands-off portion or more hands-off portion. So basically we have the course now. So it is called Sustainable Six Figures for Solo Attorneys, the course. It's 6 modules. Basically, it's a lot of the same content from the mentorship, but you don't get the one-on-one calls with me, the access to me and my team, but you still get the content. So you can still learn everything and apply it yourself. So if you are interested in that, check it out. The link is in the description. It is absolutely phenomenal. People are already raving about it because there's so much good content that attorneys aren't aware of. And what I want to really encourage you to do, especially if you're a solo attorney or an attorney that's responsible for eating what you kill, you have to think of yourself in a new light. The problem that I've seen now that I've been working with more attorneys is that they see themselves as an attorney that has to bring in clients in order to make money. But I want to encourage you to flip that. And that's what we teach inside this course. It's not the only thing we teach, but it's one thing. It's really changing how you see yourself, your self-concept, your mindset. You are a business owner that happens to be an attorney. You're not an attorney that has to bring in clients. You are a business owner. And I've found that once a lot of attorneys make that shift, it becomes a lot lighter, a lot easier, because it's almost like you're barking up this hill that you have to, I got to get clients, but I also have to be the best attorney I've got to be, and all these things. But once you make that shift, it's like, I'm a business owner. I just happen to be an attorney. It's a beautiful shift once you make that and really ingrain it in yourself, to really be a business owner first. And that's the mindset that I took to my own law firm when I first started, because I knew, okay, I was a brand new attorney, basically. I knew nothing about the law. And so I knew I had to learn, I had to teach myself. I also, surrounded myself with mentors, but I knew, okay, if I can at least get clients, I will figure it out. But it doesn't make sense to figure all the legal stuff out now if I don't have clients. And that's the thing. You can be the best attorney in the world, but it doesn't matter if you don't have clients. So first, you have to make sure you have the clients to serve. And that's what the course teaches. We teach you how to make sure you always have clients coming to you. And it's broken down into 6 modules. I love the flow of it. And I think we've done obviously I'm biased, but we've done a really good job of breaking down the key pieces for solo attorneys. So check it out. Links below. Let me know if you have questions. Would love to have you inside of the course. Okay, so this week we are chatting about airport networking. This is number 16 on the list of 99 ways to find your next client. The free download is there in the description as well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go dive into that list. And then all these videos are diving deeper into one of the 99 ways. Okay, so airport networking. I wanted to share this because I recently, last week or the week before, I went to Vegas. Actually, I went to Vegas and then I came back and I flew back on a Monday morning. That Monday afternoon, I had to fly out to Phoenix. So I went Vegas to Houston, Houston to Phoenix. And going from Houston to Phoenix, I was on the shuttle. So I parked my car and I got on the shuttle to get to the airport. And this gentleman and I had this beautiful conversation. I think he had worked for JP Morgan Chase and was in finance. And I think he was retired now. And he was just asking me questions about the business. He's like, where are you going? And sometimes I'm not in the zone. to network at the airport. But after this conversation, I'm like all in on trying to be very, very intentional about just even being friendly, saying hi to whoever I'm around at the airport, because that opens the networking. And you don't have to go into it with the, oh, I got to network with as many people as possible. I know that intimidates people, but really it's just about being friendly, opening yourself to more people, to just having a conversation. You don't even have to go into it with the mindset of, hey, I got to tell this person about what I do. Hopefully they'll have something for me in return. That's not what it's about at all. I was very tired because I didn't really sleep the night before because I had a red eye from Vegas to Houston. But I was just really friendly. Like, I sat next to the guy, the shuttle was full, and I was like, hey, how's it going? And then the conversation just spun off from there. But there's definitely been times where I'm like, I like have my RBF on, so nobody really talks to me. But this conversation, you guys, I don't want to give you too many details, but basically a 5-minute conversation turned into what might be a potential investor and legalpreneur. And he has already like sent clients our way. So you never know when something will actually turn out to be positive and pay off. I have had many conversations that never went anywhere, but it's also about connecting people, because when you become a connector, that ends up paying off 100 times over. So many times I've met people, and I'm when I am in that zone to connect and network, I'm like, oh, what are you working on? Like, what's something that you need help with right now? Because I do know a lot of people, and I try to help people as much as possible, because it's not that I'm consciously like, oh, I want to help them so they'll help me later on, but it's just something that I've kind of ingrained in myself. I learned that from my mentor, Chris Harder, and it's really been a good payoff, because it's also an energy that you embody. So networking, it's not just about what can somebody do for you, but it's also what kind of energy are you embodying, because people feel that and they feed off of it. So next time you're at the airport, just be open. Most people there, especially if you're traveling for business, they're not with anybody. Some are not going to be open to chatting, but some are going to be very open to chatting, and you never know what it's going to lead to. So open yourself up next time you go to the airport. Chat with anybody and everybody. You can chat with the person you're sitting next to on the plane, or sitting at the gate with next to. Just have a conversation. Just like, hey, how's your day? And then it can open up to anything. And I think it's a really good practice for people that aren't great with networking or are scared to network. I think it's a great practice to get better when you are talking to strangers. So I said I went to Vegas. I play a lot of poker. And when I started playing again almost 3 years ago, I used it as a tool. I was like, I'm going to practice talking to strangers to be more confident. So now anytime I go, I'm a lot less nervous around strangers, but anytime I go to a new poker club, or I'm at a casino playing poker, I talk to anybody and everybody. And it's also kind of a poker strategy, but it 100% has built up my confidence in talking to strangers. So I highly encourage you to begin opening yourself up more. Don't be so closed off, whether you're at the airport or anywhere. But specifically, I'm applying this to airport networking, because I had a beautiful experience, which may turn into be something greater than I could have ever imagined. But even if it doesn't, it was awesome. Like, it was cool. I was like, wow, that was a great conversation in just like 5 minutes going to the airport. So yeah, don't be afraid to network. If you have questions, drop them below. Check out the course. Get the freebie if you haven't already downloaded it. And I'll see you next time.